Index card a day number 57, As Long As, by Creative Katie, Karen Burchell. Subscribe by clicking on the button in the lower right hand corner. So on this card, onto my gessoed surface, I use pomegranate seed and the bubblegum pink, I believe it's called, and I'm applying it with applicators. The applicator does work better than the cut and dry foam for the dilution paints I found. But you just go in and blend more and more different colors, blend over it, edging it with the dark color, kind of like in the smoky blended look I've got going on. So I'm digging out a stencil, and with the dark color I'm just applying through the stencil with the blending tool to get some of the dark and light. I tried with the idea of using another stencil here and going over with the light pink, but I decided against it. I'm just darkening the edges a little bit more and touching up where I think it needs it. So I have the last little Crazy Bird stamp, and I have a Dylusion stamp, which I've already stamped out onto paper. So I'm just going to cut this apart, and it says, as long as everything is going my way, I am totally flexible. So now that I have the dark pinks and burgundy, I'm going across the color wheel to use the complementary color, because I know that that's going to really show up well on this background. The color wheel will never fail you. You can break the rules if you want, but if you follow them, you're guaranteed that it's going to look good. So I just used the lime green and the cut grass and some of the orange for the beak. Now I went right over the eyes, but I'm just going to use some white gesso and paint over that. A couple layers just to make the eyes stand out again. If I had the stamp here, I would stamp it again and use a pop dot to make the eyes kind of 3D and the nose, but I don't. So you gotta go another route. Just using my Stabilo oil pencil, I'm just kind of rubbing and shading in the little bits. And now with my micron, I think it's 0.08, just adding the details that tend to have been pushed back a little bit when I applied the paint. After cutting them out, I apply the words and the angry bird, not angry bird, the crazy bird, onto the card with gel medium. The eyes weren't quite white enough, so I'm just using my gel pen. Getting out my Stabilo all pencil, black, going up, tracing around the bird and then the words, and just activating with my round brush and a little bit of water. An easy and effective way to get some shading going on. And I decided to go around the edges with the Stabilo. Just be careful not to put your fingers in it like I just did. Get out the green paint, then the lemon zest, or not the lime zest, and splatter. Here's the finished card. I hope you enjoyed this Icad. And thank you for joining me on my Icad 2016 journey. This is number 57. That means we have 4 more to go.